Morning. Don Steele, we're continuing with Be the Guy Women Want. We're up to the step 7, I think. Date her. We've already covered, you gotta look like somebody she wants to talk with. You gotta know which woman's interested in you. You gotta search yourself. You gotta find her. You gotta meet her. You gotta talk with her. And now you gotta date her. That's step 7. Sex with her is step 8. Relationship with her is step 9. So let's get to dating. There is the page of the chapter in Date Young Women. This is Prince's quote up here. I'll read it to you so you get an idea what a date is. I don't care where we go. I don't care what we do. I don't care, pretty baby. Just take me with you. That's what a date is. What are you doing on a date? You're giving her time to decide whether or not she wants to get horizontal with you. That's what you're doing. No matter what the PC people say, that's what a date is. You've already made up your mind. The answer is yes. She's working on it. She's at a maybe right now, or she wouldn't be with you. So a date. Well, the easiest date is a time-limited coffee date. Time-limited means you say to her, coffee? Yeah, let's do it Tuesday at 2. I have to be back for a meeting at 3:15, so I got to get out of there latest 2:45. Okay, I'll meet you at 2 o'clock at Starbucks right down there in the corner. Okay, that's it. Guys that don't have any experience, I urge you to buy Date Her. It's only on Kindle. It's one of the 11 books called Date Dream Girl. It goes all the way from ground zero, if you don't know anything, all the way to sex with her. It's almost 1,000 pages. It's detailed. I took every chapter, every key point in here, and I expanded it into everything you needed to know from microscopic level on up. But let me give you an example of it. Coffee date. For guys that don't have any experience, which are many of the guys I work with on my restricted list, guys that never had a date, we start out by going on coffee dates with women who will go out with you. Any woman. Overweight, too many kids, a little bit crazy, a little bit older than you like. In other words, she can't get a date either. So you go out with her, but you only go out once. You go out once with these women on the internet, one time, because they're all crazy and you don't want to marry them, you don't want to get involved with them. They're all going to cause you problems like you wouldn't believe. We've had 2 guys in 20 years who were dumb enough to marry a woman from the internet. Their divorces were horrible. Their insanity after the divorce, threats and cops being called and smash windows, all sorts of things. You do not want to get involved with these women from the internet. They're on the internet because they can't get a date. There's something wrong with them. If they look good, it's up here. If they don't look good, that's kind of obvious. Or they might be up here too. You never know till you go out with one. The idea is for guys with no experience, you got to start somewhere. In the workshops, the girls all share that they had to start somewhere too. These are good-looking women that I hired to be in my workshops. And they, on Sunday afternoon, after they've gotten to know everybody, they're willing to share stories from their personal life of learning how to date. And the girls all say something like, well, I went out with Freddie the fat guy because I needed a boyfriend. So you got to start somewhere. And I explained to them, everybody thinks I'm Mr. fucking stud. I didn't used to be, okay? A long time ago, I'm far away in another galaxy, I didn't have a fucking clue. So I would go out with anybody. I would fuck anybody. When I was in college, I went out with a couple of 2s, and I fucked a couple of 2s, okay? Because I was wanted to fuck somebody, I want to learn how to do it. I hadn't had any fucking my entire life. There I am, finally get a chance to fuck. You got to take what you can get, okay? If you're inexperienced, you don't know what you're doing, you got to start somewhere. Now, you guys don't want to hear that because the dating experts and the pickup artists all tell you, oh, no, you can just walk up to anybody and use these lines and she'll go out with you. No chance. Not going to happen. You have to get experience. And how do you get experience? You go out on coffee dates with women who go out with you. They don't have to be from the internet, but just anybody who'll go out with you. Too old, too fat, too many kids, whatever. But you have to go out and you have to start somewhere. One of the guys we had was 30. His name was Eric. He was a computer wizard, finished high school, put himself through college, and got a job working at Microsoft in Seattle. He made a ton of money. He's a 6'3", good-looking Scandinavian guy, but he was fat. He was fat because he was lonely, horny, and desperate, and he ate. And he was around 280 pounds at 6'3". That's way too fat for women to be interested. So I got him on the running program and diet, and by 6 months he was down to 190 pounds at 6'3". Got himself a haircut, learned how to dress, went shopping with one of the T-Babes, and was a good-looking guy, but he still couldn't get anywhere. He kept trying to go out with women from work. Women don't want to go out with a guy who has no experience, so the T-Babes coached him. So he got on Craigslist, and he said, the girls helped him write it. Inexperienced, good-looking young guy, wants older woman to help him learn how to date and go on dates. He put that in, and he got 3 offers. One of the women was 38. He just had a hell of a good time. She had 2 kids, and all she had to do was juggle the babysitters. And she taught him everything, how to kiss, how to get her undressed, how to have sex, everything. Now, that's very unusual. Let's just say that. I doubt if Craigslist even exists anymore. So the next woman he went out with was somebody from the internet who wasn't all that hot, but he learned how to go on dates with her, go to the movies, go to dinner, go to the drive-in, drive-through, like that, pizza and beer, until he got, so he could go out, he was comfortable. Then he went back and he got to go out with girls from work. And he eventually got married and lives now in San Francisco, making gazillions of bucks. He bought a great big house in San Francisco, so you know how much money he's making. When you don't know what you're doing, you got to start at the bottom. Bottom of the beauty scale, top of the age ladder. What that means is instead of a 24-year-old beautiful woman, you get to start with a 42-year-old divorcee with 2 kids. Not that good looking, overweight. Because you don't have any experience and she'll go out with you. Okay? That's just what you have to do, guys. You got to start somewhere. So let's get that through your head. If you're going to be one of these guys, oh, I'm not going to do that. It's beneath my dignity. I'm going to go to take another pickup artist class. Go for it. It doesn't work, but you can try. They sell hope to the hopeless. That's what they're selling.